today's video is all about grain wave whole grain chips. Now, these are, I'd have to say, one of my, if not my favourite, one of my favourite snack foods. These are grain wave whole grain chips. It's very hard just to stop at a few when I'm eating them. They are made by Sunbites is the brand, and they're made from Australian corn, wheat and oats. There's actually three different flavours, but unfortunately I only have one flavour to show you today, and that's the sour cream and chives flavour. There's also original flavour and a sweet chili flavour in these grain wave whole grain chips. They've got more than 65% whole grains, 30% less fat than regular potato chips, made with real ingredients and natural colours and flavours. Now with potato chips, a lot of other countries would call them crisps, but in Australia we call them potato chips. So they're the cold crisps. Potato crisps are called potato chips. Now I'm just going to spin the packet over and see what's interesting on the back of the packet. Grain waves whole grain chips, sour cream and chives, more than 65% whole grain, 30% less fat than regular potato chips, or otherwise known as potato crisps, made with real ingredients, natural flavours and colours, or even natural colours and flavours. 135 calories per serve, and I believe that there are 12 grain wave whole grain chips in a serve. Here at Sunbites, we use only the best ingredients grown by the sun. Each Sunbites grain wave chip is packed full of real Australian corn, wheat and oats, giving you a little bit of sun in every bite. Made in Australia, the Smith's Snack Food Company, and it's a registered trademark of the PepsiCo group of companies and used in Australia and New Zealand under license. So I'll spin that over. So Sunbites is part of the Smith's Crisps company, and Smith's Crisps is owned by PepsiCo. So without further ado, I'm going to open up the packet and show you a few of the grain waves. Now obviously there on the back there's a picture of the grain waves. So that's what they will look like. I've got my trusty pair of scissors once again, and ordinarily I'd pull in opposite directions on the top of the packet until it opened, but I think that's a bit rough for a relaxation video. A bit too energetic perhaps. So I'm going to carefully cut these open with my trusty scissors. Just had to turn that around because I've got the camera stand there in the way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17. There we go. That was a bit of an effort. So I've just put the scissors to one side, and that's the little top of the packet. The shiny inside and green on the outside. And I'm just going to, there's more than 12 in the packet, but I won't bring out the whole packet. I'll put out 12 because I believe I've read somewhere that 12 is a portion or a serve of grain waves. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Oh, that's a half a one. I'll put that one to one side. There we go, that's 8. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I'll put that there, and let's have a look at these grain waves. They've got that sort of corrugated appeal, corrugated profile. That's the word I was looking for. And you can feel the salt and other flavour and things on it that are coming off on my fingers. You can smell them too. It's a great smell. It's a very moorish smell. You probably can hear that sound of my fingers rubbing over the chip, the grain wave read somewhere that there was 12 in a serve, and each serve was 135 calories. Now I've got an empty packet here that I finished off the other day. 170 grams net. Not sure how many grain waves are in a packet, but yeah, there we go. 135 calories per serve. Hopefully I'm going to find... Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Serving size 28 grams, which is about 12 chips. So 28 grams. What's that? Probably about 6. Yeah, probably about 6 serves. 6 lots of 12 chips in a packet of grain waves, because 6 lots of 28 grams, hopefully, would be, yeah, that would be right, it would be 168 grams, which is pretty well 170 grams, 6 times 28. So, oh, there we go, even tells us serving per package 6. Serving size 28 grams, about 12 chips. For consumer inquiries, there's a number in Australia and a phone number in New Zealand. So even though they're made in Australia, they are sold in Australia and New Zealand. I did actually try and find out where the factory was that made grain waves, but it said something vague on their website, that there was a number of factories located across Australia where they made the different grain waves and other chips. And obviously grain waves is part of Smith's snack food company, which is the Smith's crisps or Smith's chips. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So yes, I wasn't sure. They must have decided to, differentiate between Smiths and Sunbites and try and make a healthier brand. Perhaps. I'm just guessing. I don't know that. That's why they didn't just call them Smiths. Ingredients. Whole grain cereals, corn, wheat, oats, sunflower oil, sugar, rice, maltodextrin, milk powder, salt, onion powder, yeast extract, mineral salt, potassium chloride, natural flavours, soy, food acids, nitric acid, lactic acid, cheese powder, milk, whey powder, milk, herbs, parsley, chives, natural colour, paprika extract, sour cream powder, milk. And there's a warning: contains gluten, contains milk or milk products, and contains soya beans or soya bean products. And let's have a look. Fat total 22.2 grams per 100 grams, so it's about a fifth to a quarter of fat. And sodium 391 milligrams and 453 milligrams of potassium, so it's obviously a savoury. 23 grams of carbohydrates per 100 grams. And their slogan: Sun bites, a little bit of sun in every bite. So these are a thicker chip. They've got a delicious too salty, but they've got a very sort of a corn chip taste with extra flavour. It's very hard to stop at one. Now a little bit of history about grain waves. They've only been making them since 2009, and they're made by the Smith's snack food company, which started in the UK in 1920, and then they established themselves in Australia in 1932. So they're mainly a UK, British and Australian company, and they were just making potato crisps in the beginning. Little bags with of potato crisps and a little separate packet of salt. You had to mix the salt in yourself in the packet, and then they've branched out with a lot of other mainly savoury sort of snacks. Smith's was bought out by Nabisco, and then finally sold to PepsiCo in the 1990s. So yeah, I'm not sure if these are sold in other countries and whether you call them chips or crisps or all that, but I guess you can put it in the comment section if you do. Okay. So, what I forgot to mention was about this floor mat. This is the one I used for my last video. I was actually thinking about using a different colour, but I thought that grey and the green worked really well together, so I decided not to use a different colour format, because I've got a few different colours now. Okay, so I think I've told you everything that I plan to tell you about grain waves. Made by Sunbites Wholegrain Chips. So without further ado, I'm going to try one, and I'm going to pop that in my mouth. Yeah, that's really, really nice. The texture. The texture is just so crunchy. You probably can see all the fat and the salt and everything on my fingers just from handling them, and it's super crunchy. Yes, I'll have another piece. And what I do to keep my grain waves nice and stop them going stale and nice and fresh and crisp, I like to bend the packet over and pop on a closed peg. Now, I'm going to sign off now and say I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it relaxing. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. And if you want to stick around, I'm going to eat a few more of these Wave Wholegrain Chips.